How are we doing, everybody? It is currently October 25th, 10:25 in the PM. It is 10:25 on 10:25. I'm currently standing outside of the Walmart parking lot. It's pretty packed. Well, not really pretty packed. It's a little busier than usual at this hour because I tend to come to Walmart at night. Do my shopping, do primarily the most of my shopping at night.
Angle of trajectory alpha 24 degrees. Speed 73,000 miles per second. Distance 180,000 miles. Computer is picking up a strange signal.
Those damn signals are damaging Earth's radio systems.
Let me look at your mind.
There's a handful of things that are on my mind, honestly. A good handful. Firstly, there's some weird fucking people in the Walmart parking lot. There's a car that's... I'm just going to do this. This red car right here, when I walked over, they locked their doors when I walked up. So I know there's somebody in the car. I heard the door lock. At the end over here, there's a blue car at the very end that pulled up. They turned off their lights. They're just sitting in their car. I can hear them talking on the phone just like ever so slightly. There's a lot of random cars going here and fro. I don't think anybody's going to come on this side of the parking lot, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I usually don't do these in a parking lot. I usually do them while I'm walking or, every now and then in front of somewhere else. I stop, do these. I just figured I'd do it in a parking lot this time. I don't know why, because you can actually see my face, I guess. Because if I do something like this, to where you can actually see what's going on around me, it's not as personal as when I do it, when you can see my face. So if I do this during the video and I flip the camera around so you can actually see what's going on, that's because I think there's something weird going on, or something odd. There has been one time that I've come here where before I went inside, I was over near that entrance at night, and there was a kid behind the steering wheel and no parent to be found. And it was good that it was nighttime, because if it was during the daytime, I would have smashed a window, because you don't lock kids in the car. It's a thing. It's a law, actually. But I'm not here to talk about Walmart. I'm here to talk about a bunch of random other shit that's on my mind. So why am I talking about Walmart? Because I'm in fucking Walmart parking lot. Why am I at Walmart? Because I gotta buy bread and sugar and oregano, and I'm gonna list these things off so I can refer back to the video if I forget. Just a handful of things, nothing really important. I want to make a note to all the people that actually watch my videos. You guys are awesome. I love getting messages on Facebook or little text messages like, who the fuck is Steve? Or, like at work I had somebody today come up to me, hey, I was almost late to work because I was watching your video. And that was kind of fucking awesome. I gotta be honest. I didn't think that anybody gave a shit, but it's honestly kind of awesome when you get that feedback from people. Blue car is driving away. It's honestly kind of awesome when you get feedback from people about shit that you do. Because with the movie, for example, got a handful of feedback from people just after the movie, got a handful of feedback from people the day after the movie, but mostly people don't contact me in regards to the movie. A lot of even people associated with the movie, when they have questions in regards to this, that, or whatever, they usually don't contact me at all. They usually contact other people. And not that I mind, because, I really don't care for the most part. But, I like to be kept in the loop of what's going on when it's, a project I'm involved in. So, nah. But anyway, so I've been noticing a lot of people on Facebook I got to look down because there's a lot of ants on this post. I've been noticing a lot of people on Facebook posting, I smoke weed every day, or I'm drinking out with my friends, or blah, blah, blah. That's all well and good, but in case you guys forgot, we live in an age of social media. We currently live in an age where any potential managers, directors, district managers, anything like that, can look up your name, can look up your phone number, can look up your email address, because you put all those things on your resume, and can find you on Facebook pretty damn easily, pretty ridiculously easily, because I do it all the time. Whenever I get a phone call from a number that I don't recognize, I instantly put it into Facebook to see if I know the person that's calling me. And if I don't get a hit, I don't answer the phone. That happened recently, and it ended up being one of my managers. Which doesn't surprise me at all, because if you're a manager and you have a Facebook, you should set that shit on private, because nobody needs to know what you do in your free time. As an associate, I don't need to be able to look up that you were drinking last night. I don't need to be able to look up that you were in Disney World on the day that people said that you were sick. There's just little things like that. For example, one of my other managers or coordinators or whatever you want to call them, we had another associate that was out for 3 days, and she told me anytime that an associate calls out for more than 1 day, she instantly looks on Ocala mugshots to see if they were arrested. So, public information. We live in the age of social media where everything can be looked up, where what you did could be looked up, where everyone you're with can be looked up. And if you post that you smoke weed every day, or you're out drinking all the time, and shit like that, you should really consider putting your profile on private and only having the friends that you know and trust allowed to view what you post. Now, I personally, this is just what I do, I always try to present myself in a way that is above par. Mind you, I wear a trench coat and a top hat all the fucking time, but that's what I do in my free time. And when people can associate the difference between what I do in my free time, and mind you, you might go and say, well, I drink beer in my free time. What's the goddamn difference? The difference there is bad habit versus visual appearance. And I smoke cigarettes every goddamn day, and that's a bad habit. I'm not gonna lie, that is a very bad habit. My teeth are fucking turning yellow because of this shit. It's a bad habit. I really need to see a dentist. But smoking cigarettes is not considered immoral anymore. It's not considered a bad omen to have a person that smokes cigarettes. Now, if you post on social media that every Friday you go out drinking with your boys, then if you work on the weekends and your manager says, shit, fucking Steve called out on Saturday, he must be fucking hungover. I gotta give him a call. He's not answering his phone. And every other, once a month, you call out on a Saturday, or you come into work and you got a hangover, and people can tell that you're fucking out of your mind, and they can just look up on your Facebook, oh, he was out drinking last night. He didn't give a shit about this job. And I got a car coming up behind me. Let's see if they stop. Usually when I do this shit in public places, people tend to drive up behind me and lay on the horn, and then I have to scratch the whole goddamn video because it was in the middle of something that I was talking about, because they're fucking assholes. That's why I don't usually do this where there's public people around me. I usually do this somewhere where people can't see me, just for that reason, because, for all I know, there's somebody coming up behind me right now, staying out of frame, and they're gonna fucking rob me, and I don't fucking like that shit. There's a dark path that I walk on the way here, between my house and Walmart, and there were some bikers coming up behind me, and they were being really quiet. This was just a few minutes ago, and I made sure to turn on my flashlight and reach my other hand in my bag for my knife, but they when they saw that my hand went in my bag, they just kept going. So I don't know if that was me just being paranoid or if they were really going to do something. But usually I stick my hand in my bag or I have the trench coat on, and people leave me alone for the most part. That's another reason why I wear the trench coat, is when I'm walking around, even when I'm walking through the mall, people don't want to sell something to a guy in a trench coat. You don't know what the guy has on in the trench coat. People leave you alone. I get a mishmash of people that come up to me. Either they completely avoid me because I'm wearing the trench coat, or some kid will make a comment like, "Ooh, look at him! He's dressed up for Halloween." No, this is just what I wear every day. I was over in front of my job, and I was wearing my trench coat, my top hat, and I was on my break, and I had a little kid walking with their mom, and actually no, it wasn't a little kid. It was two adults. One of them was making a comment about church because it was I don't remember what day it was, but you could tell they were dressed up as if they'd just come from church or something. And one of the women made a comment about church, and the other one looks over and looks at me and says something about it was really cold this morning. I see that you bundled up. Are you dressed up like, oh, what's that actor's name? Blah blah blah. And they named off a few actors. And are you going as him for Halloween? And it's like, no, ma'am. Or do you just wear that every day? And they gave, they kind of trailed off with the everyday part. And I was like, it's more so the latter. Oh, well, God bless you. And I'm not a religious person. But in those instances, I'll say bless you too, ma'am. Have a good day. Because again, I'm not a complete asshole when I don't need to be. There are some times that I need to be an asshole, but there's other times where you just wanted a straight answer, and I gave you a straight answer, and that's all it needs to be. So I don't need to be an asshole there. And that's what a lot of people on Facebook need to realize. This goes for everybody, including myself. I've caught myself even earlier today typing out a comment to something that I saw on Facebook, and I was a dick. And I hit post, and then I instantly was like, nope, that's shitty. I did nope. So I went back and I deleted my post damn near instantly. And my girlfriend was laughing at me because she saw what I was typing out. But yeah, there's some times where you need to be an asshole, but in a public forum where not only one person, but possibly 80, 100 people, everybody associated with anything you've ever done, everybody associated with the other people that you've ever done, fucking everybody can see what you post on Facebook unless you have that shit on private. And if you comment on something, that's not private. That's full fucking game for anybody to see. And there's something flashy behind me. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the street sweeper. So it might get noisy. I hope it doesn't. So yeah, be wary of shit that you post on Facebook. Be wary of what you post online in general. Because, again, we live in the age of social media. Everyone can look up everything that you do. If you do things on a weekly basis, monthly basis even, that you don't averagely do, you might consider putting your profile on private. And I'm just going to be complete, full, honest and out there with you. The only reason I don't have my profile on private is because I tend to add random fucking people. And if you're watching this and you don't know who the fuck I am, I don't care. If you like this shit, watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. If you want to talk to me as a person, send me a message. If you don't, fuck it. I don't care. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I need more friends. I do. That's why I add a bunch of random people. I have, on my Facebook, I probably have like 70 friends. In real life, I probably have like 2. I have a lot of coworkers. I have a lot of people that I know I added on Facebook. There's a handful of people on there that I don't know. There's a possibility I don't know who the fuck you are. But if you want to be my friend, send me a message. If you don't want to be my friend, unfriend me. I don't care. And I wish more people had that attitude, because when one person tends to post something on Facebook, in regards to, oh, this person did me wrong, and this person did this, and this person did that. Put that shit on private. Like, unless you want my input, unless you want somebody else's thoughts on that particular situation, if you don't want to know what I think about that situation, don't post it. And if you only want certain people to put their input, then put the post on there so only certain people can see it. There's an option on Facebook to post things in a way that only some people can see it. And it might get lost in the minutia of memes and sayings and pictures and random shit that people post. So sometimes it's just easier, if you want somebody else's 2 cents, to send them a direct message, which is not a public forum, it's a private forum. Some people would say that Facebook can go back and view all your messages and they're sharing them with the government, blah, 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 but that's beside the point. Speaking of sharing shit with the government, okay, if you are on Facebook, if you are sending text messages, if you are by any electronic means talking to somebody about something that is against the law, and I'm not talking about just the law of the United States, I'm talking about fucking any law. I don't care if it's laundering money, you want to go rob a Jiffy store, I'm going to smoke pot, how much will you buy this dime bag for? I'm going to go bounce on this check at fucking Steak and Shake. If you are doing anything that is against the law and you send anybody any clue that you are doing this on any type of electronic medium via a phone call, a text message, an email, fucking Facebook message, you're retarded. Because they have... This isn't conspiracy theorist shit. This is fact. That different sections of the government, Homeland Security, FBI, CIA, I can name billions of acronyms for different governments that are looking for this shit. But I don't know if you're aware of this, but there are Facebook servers in some 300 different countries that log everything you say, that log every picture you post, that log where you are, because your phone is on Wi-Fi, is on some cell service, and they will know exactly where you were when you posted whatever you posted. And if you were at somebody's house, or if you were on the way to someone's house and you said, so-and-so never gave me my shit, I'm going to go get it back. And the next day, that person is posting, somebody stole my shit, blah, blah, blah. The police are going to look it up. In some instances, they don't need a warrant. In some instances, they just look it up and they just know. Don't post illegal shit. Don't share illegal